Welcome to the 20th episode of the Nordic Sports News Podcast, the world's first daily cross-country ski and biathlon podcast with the latest news from around the globe. Today, we start with the Norwegian and Swedish biathlon premieres. Let's check today's report and results. The Norwegian and French biathletes produced a superb show this afternoon throughout the mass start from Sjusjøen, in Norway. It's not easy to see clearly through these pre-season races with biathletes who play their selection, others not, with biathletes who have state-of-the-art equipment and others not yet. On the other hand, one thing is certain, we had a great time watching the sprint on Saturday and even more today while enjoying this beautiful mass start from Sjusjøen, this new Norway vs France match. The race settled down, as often, after the first standing shot, when Sverre Aspenes, Sturla Holm Lagerud and Havert Gotubo Bogvate took the lead, in front of an Emilion Jacquelin with fire in the legs. The double pursuit world champion, who missed one shot on standing, will then come back like a plane on the leading trio. He then arrives in the lead in the stadium for the last shot, the victory at the end of the gun, but a new error propels him once again on the penalty loop. During this time, Lagerud, Fillenmaye, Bo and Christensen passed in front of him. We end up with 4 men for the win and we imagine for a moment a fifth with the new return of Jacquelin. But Bo understood the danger, so he went on the attack. The experienced Norwegian continues to press the accelerator and comes to seek a great solo victory in front of an excellent Fillenmaye. For third place, Emilion Jacquelin still found the resources to pass Christensen and Lagerud. Now, on the women's side, Ingrid Landmark Tandrevold was brilliant. With a superb 20 out of 20 shooting, the Norwegian biathlete won the Sjusjøen mass start in front of an excellent Chloe Chevalier. Beaten Saturday by Julia Simon in the sprint, the Norwegians wanted their revenge today on this mass start, disputed in perfect conditions. From the start we saw Tyrell Eckhoff leading the peloton, but the pace remained fairly quiet until the first shot. The world number one, who missed his shot, then lost contact, without giving the impression of wanting to come back. Annie Chevalier-Boucher and Anais Biscond, perfect on prone shooting, took the opportunity to take the lead in front of Ingrid Landmark Tandrevold. The French then let Tandrevold and Davidova escape thanks to a first standing shot still impeccable. The Norwegian and the Czech arrived together for the last shooting stage. It was a clean shoot for the local and 2 errors for her rival. Tandrevold can then run to victory and achieve success that is always good for confidence, especially with a 20 shots out of 20. For second place we found an excellent Chloe Chevalier. Already fourth in the sprint, the French came to seek this podium with a fault on the third shooting stop, and 23 seconds behind. Caroline Erdahl, in search of a selection, also manages a full race. The Norwegian resisted the return of Justine Brazes in the last loop and completed the podium of the day. At Idre, Sweden, Elvira Eberg was untouchable. Almost a perfect weekend for the great hope of Swedish biathlon. After a good sprint, she won the short individual race this morning with a considerable lead. Elvira Eberg, the most gifted biathlete of her generation, this morning gave a new insight into her possibilities. Author of a magnificent 20 hits out of a 20 shots, she was also the fastest on skis. Lisa Vitozzi, with 19 hits out of 20, 1 minute and 51 seconds behind, finished in second position. Henna Eberg, the older sister, 2 minutes and 15 seconds behind and 18 hits out of 20, finished in third place. On the men's side, Martin Ponsiluoma took his revenge. The 2 best Swedish biathletes fought a great battle this morning during the short individual race, 15 kilometers, contested in Idre. The Swedish duo will undoubtedly give a hard time to the Norwegians and the French, and we will not complain. Clearly beaten on Saturday during the sprint, disappointed after his race, Ponsiluoma took his revenge this morning in the 15 kilometers. Penalized twice in shooting, just like his teammate, he won with 7 seconds thanks to fast last loop. Nice performance for the unexpected Swiss Joscha Burkhalter, who finished third at 49 seconds, thanks to his 20 out of 20 shooting, achieving one of the best performances of his career. Jesper Nellen finished fourth, despite 3 errors, just ahead of hopeful Malte Stephensen, who seems to have become more regular in shooting. Second Saturday, the Italian Tommaso Giacomo confirmed his potential with a 6th place. Now, we check the reports and results of today's Muonio cross-country ski races. Krista Parmakoski dominated the last race of the weekend before the start of the World Cup. On the Olos track in Muonio, Finland, Krista Parmakoski turned everything upside down at home. While she was more than 5 seconds behind Natalia Neprayeva at the halfway point, the Finn, 4 times Olympic medalist, regained the advantage at the end to narrowly win 0.9 seconds in the 10-kilometer skating race. Russian Natalia Neprayeva, winner this Saturday and in 2019 for the last edition of the event, could not reproduce her performance this Sunday. The German Viktoria Karl, third in 2019, and especially third on Friday and Saturday, once again completes the podium. Author of a very strong second part of the race, 0.1 seconds from Parmakoski at intermediate 9.7 kilometers, she finally crossed the line at 1.2 seconds, behind the Finn as well as the Russian. The gaps were very close, since Kerttu Niskanen, back from injury, was fourth within 10 seconds of her compatriot. Krista Parmakoski was therefore able to fill up with confidence thanks to this victory. On the men's side, Ivo Niskanen, at home in Muonio, Finland, once again won on the Olos track for the last race of the weekend. The local star Ivo Niskanen won, this Sunday morning, the individual 15 kilometers skating masterfully in front of the Russian Sergei Ueshagov, at 9 seconds, and Alexei Chervotkin, at 21 seconds. The Russians, who have once again come in large numbers to prepare for their World Cup winter, have yet to face the Finn. Niskanen, 29, repeated his performance of 2 years ago, winning the 2 individual races. Already, at the 5 kilometers intermediate, the Finn dominated the race, with 5 seconds ahead of Sergei Ueshagov, winner on Friday, and Alexei Chervotkin, second on Saturday. In the 10 kilometers mark, Ivo Niskanen widened the gap even further on his opponents, before finally taking off for a second consecutive success at Muonio. After this weekend full of races, the cross-country skiers will continue to prepare. All before leaving for the start of the cross-country skiing World Cup, in Ruka, Finland, on November 26th. And that's all for today, folks. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channels on YouTube, Spotify and Instagram. Just type Nordic Sports News on these platforms and access our content. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow in the next episode. Information credits to Ski Nordic and Nordic Mag.